Hello and welcome to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. In this week's edition, we'll recap selected races from Saturday, October 29 and Sunday, October 30. A total of 21 races were on offer over both days. Saturday's race meet was dubbed the Cashpot Race Day, with the feature event being the Cashpot Only One For Me Trophy. This was a restricted stakes event and was the opening leg of the two-year-old series. Meanwhile, Sunday's race meet was dubbed Announcers Race Day. Taking the spotlight was the Caymanas Park Announcers Trophy. Let's begin our highlights package with race 6 from Saturday. This was named the Cashpot Bonanza Trophy. It involved a field of 10 high-level claimers covering the distance of 1,600 meters.
Best of luck if you play the Twilight 6. Ready for a start for Michael Sims. Send them on their way. Breaking in the middle, that's Bin Laden. Right there too, that's Ajita. So they're bunching up coming to the 7. And it is Ajita, margin of the leader. Right there on the outside, that's Daddy Jones. And Daddy Jones now goes through and assumes the lead. They come towards the 6. It's Daddy Jones in the colors of Rabelak on that lead. Right against the rail, that is Atlantic Blue. In from view at the moment, that's High Diplomacy racing in third. Right against the rail, Lord of Agilent. Then comes K-Boy. Behind on the outside of that is Shiboom. Then comes Bin Laden as they pass the 5. Ajita comes next, backing out of it. Then comes Blood Song and racing at the back of the field. Caymanas. They head towards the 4, and it is bouncing easily on that lead. It's Daddy Jones. Daddy Jones just in front of Atlantic Blue down in second. Creeping up right against on the outside, that's K-Boy. Really, K-Boy making eye-catching progress. Lord of Agilent still there on the rail. Then comes Shiboom and Bin Laden. High Diplomacy traveling together. Then comes Blood Song. Behind Blood Song recovering, that's Caymanas. Then comes Bin Laden and way out of it, Ajita. They're at the top of the lane. And it is now K-Boy that comes to assume the lead. It's K-Boy in front, and K-Boy begins to come away after making that eye-catching progress. One move and K-Boy has gone about 6 lengths in front. Daddy Jones chasing in earnest, coming on right against the rail. That's Blood Song, but K-Boy not for catching today. It's K-Boy sprinting clear, and K-Boy has been this field a pleasant afternoon. K-Boy by about 6 lengths. Caymanas runs second. Looks like Blood Song is third. Daddy Jones only fourth.
K-Boy, ridden by Paul Francis at odds of 13-1, landed Saturday's 6th event. Conditioned by Dale Murphy, K-Boy completed the 1,600-meter trip in 1 minute 42 and 3/5 of a second. The 7th race was the day's feature event. This was the Cashpot Only One For Me Trophy. This was the first of 3 legs in the two-year-old series. To leader the mount of current champion rider Anthony Thomas was the punter's favorite at odds of 4-5.
They're off. Mojito comes out toward the back of the field. Mamma Mia breaks winging and grabs an early lead. Aladdin having a look behind him. Stablemate Thalita is 2.5 lengths back, now caught by Legit Boss. Royal Ash races on the rail. Mojito has improved. And last of all, it's a showgirl showing nothing at the moment. They head away toward the half-mile marker, about to enter the turn for home, and it is a Mamma Mia in the hands of Robert Halladine, who leads up by some 2 lengths. Stablemate Thalita chasing with Legit Boss now asked to be hustled up. There goes Mojito on the outside overtaking. In behind Legit Boss, that's Royal Ash, and Showgirl shaken hard but still last. 5/16 of a mile to run. They're about to come into the lane, and Halladine has a look between his legs. Mamma Mia in control at the moment. Mojito now asked to run on in the yellow sleeves, but it's Mamma Mia now being pushed out, and Halladine now gets busy as they lead the 3/16. Here is Mojito now trying to draw alongside. Mamma Mia kicking once again, finding a bit more, and now put to the left-hand stick. Mojito refuses to go away. It's a Mamma Mia just a leader by a length. Mojito trying to get to Mamma Mia. Halladine is busy and working hard, and it works. Mamma Mia and Robert Halladine win by a length and a half over Mojito. Then Royal Ash. Thalita is fourth.
Mamma Mia, under the bustling ride of Robert Hadwell Halladine, the 2-year-old chestnut filly, delivered the win for trainer Jason DaCosta, owner Carlton Watson, and breeders S&D Stables. Tevin Foster was aboard Anchorman for the day's 8th event. The 3-year-old bay colt from the stables of Anthony Nunes was sent off as the 3-5 favorite for the Cashbot Ken Trophy.
Anchorman might be holding up the start. They're off and racing. Real Big Man and Blue Persuasion, they didn't get that keen of a start. Anchorman gets a flying one though. Real Big Man coupling up nicely as they head toward the 7 furlong. Never on a Sunday is also there. So Never on a Sunday leads them to the 6 furlong point. It's Never on a Sunday, just the leader from Empress Nakilia. Right there on the rail, that's Real Big Man. Right beside Real Big Man as they pass the 6, that's Anchorman. 2 lengths away before we come to a Surety on the rail. Right beside the Surety, that's Solid Truth. Then comes Tigray Express, Blue Persuasion, and 4-5 racing at the back of the field. Leaving the 5 and head toward the 4 furlong point, and it's Never on a Sunday, bouncing easily on that lead, eking out the 3/4 of a length lead. Right there, it's on the rail, that's Empress Nakilia. Anchorman comes a calling, a Surety creeping up against the rail. Then comes Real Big Man. A length behind though, that's Blue Persuasion. 4-5 is right there too. Losing ground, that is a Solid Truth, and making up ground, that's Tigray Express. They come towards the 2 furlong, 2.5 furlong point, and it is Never on a Sunday, just the leader. Here comes Anchorman, comes a calling, cutting the corner, that's a Surety out wide. Real Big Man, this looks like where the race could lie, but on the outside, Real Big Man right there too. Never on a Sunday, not giving up in between horses, that Anchorman right against the rail, that's a Surety. They're virtually in a line coming to the furlong pole with Anchorman. Mac just poured the lead now. It's Anchorman, Real Big Man fighting on. Anchorman holding on from Real Big Man. Anchorman is just in front, and Anchorman begins to go away, maybe a length and a quarter from Real Big Man. Then comes a Surety, Never on a Sunday, and a 4-5.
Anchorman justified as a favourite start to complete a narrow win over Real Big Man. A Surety, Never on a Sunday, and 4-5 completed the top 5. The night event was the Cashbot Extra Trophy. Phonometer was a late non-runner. This left a field of 10 to compete over 1,000 meters or 5 furlong straight.
They're off. Berlina's Choice. Running quickly in the center. Phoenix Risen is already tacking across and showing early speed. Lord Berkington in the Tangerine races near the stand fence. Freedom Street on the premises as well, as Phoenix Risen is right up with the front end along with Lord Berkington and Freedom Street. Berlina's Choice trying to cut into that lead as they make their way now toward the final quarter. It's a Phoenix Risen who battles to hold what is a slim advantage. It's held over Freedom Street and Lord Berkington. Hagao Sumai trying to get into the picture as they charge away now, passing the 3/16th and about to arrive at the furlong pole. Phoenix Risen just the leader. Freedom Street and Lord Berkington under the stands are the main contenders, but this Phoenix Risen and Paul Francis, he has won already. He's looking for his second, and Phoenix Risen holds the lead and gives him his second win. Paul Francis. Freedom Street is second over Hagao Sumai. Then Lord Berkington. Baby Like looks to be fifth.
The veteran Paul Francis delivered yet again, this time aboard Phoenix Risen for trainer Ryan Darby. Sent off at 8-1, Phoenix completed the sprint event in 59 and 3/5 of a second, covering 1,000 meters straight. Madeline Sunshine was expected to have a say in Saturday's Cashbot Super Dash Trophy. However, the Jason Acosta entry was forced to withdraw due to injury. Gary Sobrati's consistent grey, Duke, was sent off as the punter's favourite at odds of 2-1.
They're off. Blue Vinyl comes out at the back. Dejay's Boy took off quickly. There goes Guddy Girl rushing through, and Guddy Girl grabs that lead. Duke is early and moving down to challenge for it. Dejay's Boy fading back a bit in third as they leave the half mile and make their way toward the final 3. Curlin's Affair races back in fourth. The Ban is fifth. Just about 5 lengths separates them. Blue Vinyl, now asked to get going, does so as they leave the 3. El Professor toward the back of the field. They're at the 5/16th, about to come thundering into the lane, and the great Duke has now taken charge. It's a Duke out in front. Got a girl trying to renew the challenge. On the rail, that's DeJay's Boy. The band is under the stick and in behind them, but Duke is traveling powerfully and striding out as they arrive at the furlong pole. It is Duke being shaken up. Duke and Robert Halladine. He's looking for his second win. This is the Cashpot Super Dash Trophy, and they're all looking at the rear end of the great Duke. Halladine has a double. Duke wins it by 4 or more over Laban. Tight. Could be Curling's Affair just. Close between Blue Vinyl and DeJay's Boy.
3 3/4 lengths was the winning margin posted by Duke. Ridden by Robert Hadball Halladine for trainer Gary Subrati and owner the Success Fam, Duke completed the 1,000-meter round trip in 59 3/5 of a second. Saturday's 11th and final was another battle over 5 furlong straight. This was the Cashpot Extra Trophy. Stephen Todd's Sir Tajay was a late non-starter.
They're off and racing. Breaking in the middle, that's Monsieur Blue. Also prominent on the far side, that's Last. The Gifted One, Last Bit is also there. Over on the far side, that's Rambling Rose. Closer to us, that's Sizzling Sister K. Right there too, that's Rapunzel. Jaguar in the mixed. And they're spread right across the track as they go towards come toward the 2 furlong point on the course. And Sizzling Sister K under the stand fence. Right beside that one, that's Rapunzel. In the middle and traveling powerfully, that's Jaguar. Right there too, that's Brompton Alex. Over on the far side, Rambling Rose running a big one. They're coming to the furlong pole. Rambling Rose over on the far side, right in the middle, that's Brompton Alex. Rapunzel, Nefertari comes a calling, but it's Brompton Alex with that lead. It's Brompton Alex over on the far side, and that's Monsieur Blue, and this Monsieur Blue and Brompton Alex going by together. Also going by together, that's Rambling Rose and Nefertari.
Separated by only a nose, Monsieur Blue, ridden by Samantha Fletcher, capped the day's final event. After edging Brompton Alex for the victory, Monsieur's Blue winning time was posted at 59 second flat, covering 1,000 meters straight. With Saturday's race card being highlighted by Robert Halladine's meticulous handling of Mamma Mia in the feature event, it's now time for a break. On the other side, we'll recap some of the exciting action from Sunday, October 30. This included the Brian Rickman Odie Trophy and the Caymanas Park Announcers Trophy. Stay with us, we'll have more racing highlights from Caymanas Park after the break. Welcome back to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. In the second half of our presentation, we'll recap some of the action from Sunday, October 30. This included the Brian Rickman Odie Trophy and the day's feature, the Caymanas Park Announcers Trophy. Let's pick up the action with Race 3. This was named in honor of simulcast announcer Anthony Tyson. Chauvin Townsend was asked to partner the 6-5 favorite, Rejected Roger.
Field of 9. They're off. Lambo Girl gets a poor start. The Love of God and Crucial Alexia race more toward the center with Beliki Vicky. Piggly Wiggly in the orange sleeves races nearest to us, just off the fractions. That's Rejected Roger. On the far side, Acknowledge Me now begins to tack across toward the middle, in with a big chance as they make their way now toward the final quarter. Piggly Wiggly under the stands right up with the front end. The Love of God is also traveling quickly along with Acknowledge Me. On the far side, Smooth Aviator steps toward the far rail along with Rejected Raja and Veliki Vicky. But they're spread right across the course and making their way toward us. Piggly Wiggly under the stands. Over on the far side, Acknowledge Me and Rejected Raja, and it's Acknowledge Me and Rejected Raja who both go at it. Acknowledge Me, Rejected Raja kicking in late. Rejected Raja wins it over Acknowledge Me. Veliki Vicky, All for Love. The Love of God is fifth.
Trained by Robert Pearson for owner WB Racing, Rejected Raja was not to be denied a trip to the winner's enclosure. 53 4/5 was the winning time, sprinting over 900 meters. Race 5 was named in honor of simulcast announcer Ryan Darby Jr. Panamanian Dick Cardenas was aboard Noah Lee, the 6-5 favorite.
1,000 meters, 5 furlongs straight. They're ready. They're sent off. Rani Bangala is racing more toward the center as they sort themselves out. Noah Lee is also showing speed along with North London. Near the stand fence nearest to us, that's a Dream of Paris also right up with the front runners as they've covered now the first 2 furlongs. Dream of Paris near the stand fence may just have that lead. Noah Lee is traveling strong in the center. The rest of them all have catching up to do at this stage. Just in behind Dream of Paris, that's Lady Ben now switched out for more run. But Noah Lee is in the center and Dream of Paris right against the stand fence. The action is here at the moment. They charge away now toward the final furlong, and Noah Lee looks to have the lead over a Dream of Paris. Here is North London unleashed in behind them, but it is Noah Lee being driven out inside the final 16th. North London comes a-calling and begins to charge fast on the inside. It's close. It's a head bob between North London, Noah Lee, then Dream of Paris, Rani Bangala, and Heroine is 5th.
Unrelenting in his effort to defeat Noah Lee, Matthew Bennett and North London prevailed by a head. The exciting Robert Darby Jr. Trophy saw North London posting a winning time of 1 minute, 1 1/5 of a second, going 1,000 meters straight. The 6th event was named in honor of simulcast announcer and racing analyst Michael Caine. Princess Sylvia and Blue Sky were both fractious at the start. They were eventually included on a list of non-runners to include Babylon Will Fall.
Scratch number 1 and number 8 from this race. They're off and racing Babylon Will Fall and Princess Sylvia. Breaking on the far side, that is Give Me the Light. Right in the middle and traveling prominently, that is Stormer Come. Closest to the stand fence, that's Who Done It and Just Moved In, as they're spread right across the track. Also coming that Squeak in the middle, posing already, switch toward the far side. Manico is right up there too, as they come towards the 2 furlong point. It's a war up front, and Stormacom might just be the overall leader. Just Move In is tracking on the outside. Stormacom still in front of Just Move In. Manico over on the far side. Stormacom trying to fend off Just Move In and Manico. Stormacom still with that lead. Manico coming forward, and also coming forward that it's Just Move In. Stormacom hanging on, and Stormacom has done enough to win this one. Stormacom beats Just Move In, Manico, Give Me the Light, and Who Done It.
The even money entry Storm A Come blew past rivals to win by 2 1/4 lengths. Ridden by Rayanne Lewis for owner and Patrick Lynch, Storm A Come completed the 1,000-meter trip in 1 minute and 3/5 of a second. Yellowstone was the 6-5 favorite for the 9th and penultimate event. This was the Brian Rickman OD Trophy covering 1,100 meters.
Ready for a start from Denzel Miller. This is the Brian Rickman OD Trophy. They're off and racing. Kelowna misses it but recovers. Left at the back early. That is Great Trick. Pretty Girl is also at the back, and Bugatti. But Yellowstone blast into an early lead as they head towards the 4. Yellowstone in front. KP Choice is right up there too. A Gift from Ben. Also in the mix, that looks to be Luxel coming on the outside, hidden from view at the moment. Lacrimai is next. Awesome Rich is right there too. Kelowna is still recovering after that bad break. Then comes Great Trick. Behind a Great Trick, that is Bugatti, and racing at the back of the field, a Pretty Girl. They're at the top of the lane in the Brian Rickman OD Trophy, and it is Yellowstone attacking on the outside. That's Luxel. Yellowstone and Luxel, these two are fighting for it. KP Choice is sneaking up on the inside. A Gift from Ben switching for space. Yellowstone turning back the challenge at the moment of Luxel coming on the rail. That's KP Choice. Lacrimai is also coming on. It's Lacrimai. It's Yellowstone in front, not getting rid of Luxel coming forward. Yellowstone is a good finish in the Brian Rickman OD Trophy. Yellowstone and Luxel going by together. Then comes Lacrimai. KP Choice.
In what was a driving finish to the Brian Rickman OD Trophy, only a nose separated Yellowstone from Luxol. Lacrimai, A Gift from Ben and Bugatti completed the top 5 finishers. The day's 10th and final event was the Caymanas Park Announcers Trophy. Title-chasing rider Dane Dawkins was aboard the 2-1 entry Big Big Daddy. However, watch out for female rider Abigail Abel in the pink and white stilts aboard Miniature Man.
Ready for a start. The Rough and Racing came out in a very good line. The Gambler and Burnotis just left at the back. Super Duper marginally has the lead from Aim of the Butcher right there, right against the rail. that is a Big Daddy. Also in the mix, that is True Al Sky the Good Witch rushing around, and also their Miniature Man. Sweet Majesty comes next, then comes Sir John. Burn Notice comes next. Storm is right there, is followed that one. Unruly Boss is rushing up. Super Duper in front as they come towards the 2.5 furlong. Super Duper getting away from them. Super Duper in front of Miniature Man, chasing in second. The Good Witch is third. Amy the Butcher is fourth. Coming on, that's Big Daddy there, coming to the 2 furlong point, and it is Super Duper in front and making the running, being tackled on the outside by Miniature Man. Super Duper hanging on from Miniature Man, coming forward, also coming forward against the rail. That's Unruly Boss. Amy the Butcher is right there too. Sweet Majesty trying to come, but it's Super Duper and Miniature Man. This is where the race line. Miniature Man points on Super Duper, not giving up. Miniature Man hanging on desperate. Miniature Man begins to pull off in the Caymanas Park Announcers Trophy. Miniature Man beats Unruly Boss. Super Duper is third. Then comes Sweet Majesty and Amy the Butcher.
At odds of 9-2, Miniature Man stood tall in victory, winning by 1.5 lengths the round of Sunday's race card. Partnered by Abigail Abel for trainer Jason DaCosta, Miniature Man clocked 1 minute 19 and 1/5 of a second, going 1,300 meters. As we recap another thrilling weekend of racing, it was highlighted by Mamma Mia's impressive victory in Saturday's Cashpot, Only One For Me trophy. On Sunday, Alfred Brown's entry Yellowstone secured by Brian Rickman Odie Trophy, while Miniature Man was ridden to victory by Abigail Abel in the Caymanas Park Announcers Trophy. This has been another edition of the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. I'll see you next time.